Okay, so before we get started, I want to make sure we go over just a few announcements. Believe it or not, November is almost over. Holy smokes. Thanksgiving's this week. November to remember. Hopefully it's going well for you and your partner. Hopefully your team is taking advantage of this. Hopefully you guys are seeing what double time can do. They just put together an employee challenge where we have to do double time. So it starts the 27th and goes until the end of the year. We have to do double time every day with a partner. So I'm going to do it. I think I'll be my little warm-up program. And so I hope I get great results with that. And my kids, I don't know if you saw my Facebook page, my kids love it. I think they think it's a great program. So I'm excited to do it. And then if you are going for Elite, Premier, or New Leadership Conference, or any of the 2-star, 5-star bonuses, the last week to start qualification is this Thursday. Make sure. You can't imagine those people starting 2-star or 5-star qual. What a crazy 6 weeks it's going to be for these people. But however the year is going to end up for you, and I've talked to most of you, I need to talk to the rest of you in regards to how you want the year to end. And these have been some phenomenal calls because even if you're not going for Elite and Premier, I don't care. I care more about how you feel and how you determine success and what that looks like. And the calls I've had with coaches have gone really well. So just a few announcements there. Any questions before we get started? Anything that I haven't gone over? No. Okay. So here we go. Here's something that I'm going to try doing. This is on leadership again. I am convinced, just like I said last time, that what this company needs more of is leadership, and I don't think we provide enough opportunities to train on leadership. And I want this mastermind call to be a successful call in that manner. So what we're going to do, I'm going to teach a leadership principle by building and making paper airplanes. Yikes! I hope you guys. Anybody know how to make a paper airplane? One that actually works? Rachel? Yeah, maybe? Okay, good. Maybe not everybody else. Okay, so what I'm going to teach you 3 different ways. I'm not going to show you what the paper airplane is supposed to look like. I want you to just follow instructions. Okay, so the first way I'm going to teach you how to make an airplane. For those 3, Megan, if you can play along too. Rachel, you just listen in. You'll still, believe me, you'll still understand, and we'll just understand what I'm trying to say here. I've written out instructions on my phone. And so I made the paper airplane, and I'm just going to read to you what the instructions are. I'm going to tell you what the instructions are. You're not allowed to ask questions on this round. And you can, so you're not allowed to ask questions, and however it turns out at the end of me telling you these instructions, we're all going to show our paper airplane and go from there and see, and I'll tell you if it's right or wrong, okay? So for everybody, here we go. Instruction number 1 is to fold your paper lengthwise, or as in elementary school, we call that hot dog style. I don't know if you guys use those terms or not. But fold the paper lengthwise in half. Okay, now unfold that. Grab the top right-hand corner and fold it down so that the side is flush along the center fold. And then make a crease. And do the exact same thing for the other side, on the left side. Make sure everybody's with the same point. Okay, now what you're going to do is fold the paper along the horizontal line towards you so that the tip now faces down on the center fold line. Okay, from there, you're going to take the top right-hand corner and you're going to fold it down so that only it touches the center fold line, but only about a ½ inch above the tip. And you're going to repeat that step. See confusing looks. This brings joy to my heart. I want you to repeat the same thing on the left-hand side. Grab the left-hand corner so that the tip of the corner touches the center fold line about a ½ inch above that tip. Okay, from there, you're going to take the tip and you're going to fold it back up so that it covers the 2 points that came together. Okay, from there, you're going to fold the entire sheet, the entire plane. You're going to fold it back again on its center fold line. And you're going to take the wing facing you, the one wing, fold it so that the top of the wing is flush with the base of the airplane. And repeat on the other side. These are some of the best instructions ever written, let me tell you. Okay, from there you're gonna kind of fluff your plane up, make it look like a paper airplane, and now you're gonna show everybody your results, Rachel. Yes, Jetta Lee, Megan. Okay, everybody keep holding them up. Hold them up. Look at everybody's. I'm trying, maybe Rachel and Megan are the same. Jess is different, and Jenna is a little bit different as well. Interesting. Yes, it's working so far. Okay, but guys, I gave you instructions. I told you exactly what you needed to do, and look how it turned out differently. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Okay, throw that airplane, see how well it flies. My guess is it won't fly. And there it goes. Okay. No. Okay, not very good. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're going to make the same paper airplane, but this time I'm going to show you visual instructions. I'm going to show you, you know how the paper airplane books come with like the visual of how to make the paper airplane? I'm going to share my screen, and you're going to just follow the instructions. And I'm going to give you just a little bit of time to do that. So let me share my screen. Can everybody see that? Okay, go ahead. And I'm still, well, I guess you can see the end result on number 7, but go ahead and do this as best you can. Okay, Rachel, you're done. This is good. That's all right. And if you get stuck, just try your best. Okay, Jess, you have yours. Okay, a little bit better. Rachel has hers. A little bit better, Jenna. Good. This is working out so well. I'm so happy. So happy you guys are failing. All right, Megan. You're all right. No rush. Okay, for everybody else, I want you to go grab your plane you threw and compare. Show us the two comparisons. Show us version 1 and then show us version 2. All right, Jenna, starkly different. In the right direction. Rachel, let's see yours. Oh, and we fell off. All right, Meg, let's see yours. Let's see what we got. Oh, not bad. All right, not bad. Not bad. You still got that nose. Okay, so from what I can see, and Jess, kind of the same. I love it. Okay, so to my knowledge, and I'll stop sharing here. To my knowledge, I don't think anybody's made the airplane correctly yet, from what I can see. Now, here comes the third one, and this is where I don't know how it's going to go. Okay, so for this third round, we're going to make the same blasted airplane. I'm going to show you the final result. Okay, so here is the final result. And I'm going to show you step by step how to do this. We're going to do this together, and please, I want you to succeed on this one. The other two, I wanted you to fail. I wanted you to succeed on this one. So I'm going to put my paper down like this, and then together we're going to make this paper airplane. All right? So step number 1, fold the paper in half lengthwise. And oh, by the way, if you get stuck, you're allowed to unmute yourself and say, I'm stuck. And if you're stuck at this point, then we got issues. Okay. And I can barely see you guys because my computer's tilted, so you're going to have to speak up if you're lost. Okay, now unfold it. Okay, is everybody okay at this spot? Okay, and I hope, is this your right or left? I hope this is your right. We'll take one in the, well, that's your left. Okay, we'll start with the left. Take your left-hand corner at the top, fold it down so that it touches, it's flush with the center line. Okay, it's just, you're just making a little triangle. So this side is flush with my center line. I just bring it and I touch and then make that flush with the center line, then I crease it. Have I lost anybody? No. Same thing on the other side. Grab the corner. So now you almost have one big triangle at the top. Okay? Does everybody's paper look like this? 2 little triangles here at the top. Okay, all you're going to do, so this baseline right here, that's your folding line. So now you're going to fold it towards you, fold down, and that's on that same line so that the tip now touches my center fold line. And then increase that. Did I lose anybody? Okay, so we're all here at this point now. So now you're going to take your top, I guess this is your left hand here, take the same corner, and you're going to have it touch the center fold line. So you're just going to, once again, bring it down, touch the center fold line about a 1/2 inch above the triangle tip. So watch how I do this. So I take this tip here, and I'm going to fold it so that just the tip touches. I have this gap up here. This is not flush. So my center fold line is here. It's not flush. Just the tip comes over and touches the center fold line a ½ inch above the triangle tip. And then you're going to crease that. I think this is where I will maybe lose somebody. Did I lose anybody here? No? Same thing on the other side. Take the corner, and you're going to fold it just so that the tip touches the center fold line. So now you should have something that looks like that. Yes, okay, so far so good, maybe. Meg, how you doing? Do you need to talk to me? We're doing okay? All right. So the next step is this little flap, this little extra tip right here. You're just going to fold it up so that it covers the two meeting points. So here's where they meet. I just take this little triangle and fold it up. And then you fold the plane in half along the center fold line so that it looks like this. Good. Oh my gosh, everybody, this looks so good. Everybody looks good. Okay, so now this, the side that faces you, this angle right here, this is going to be flush with this bottom. So all you're going to do is you're going to take it, the one wing, and match it to the base so that it's flush with the base, and then crease. So I just took this, folded it down so that it's flush with the bottom line, flip the plane over, do the exact same thing. And by golly, there, yes, yes, there is, oh, Rachel, nice try. Okay, hey, a lot more success. Okay, this is, by the way, your best airplane you'll ever make. Go ahead and give it a throw. You can kind of flip the wings up, tips up a little bit, give it a throw. I guarantee you'll fly better than your other ones. Hey, whoa, hey, there you go. We did it. Okay, now it's time to talk. Now it's time to, this is where I kind of keep my mouth shut. And I want each of you to kind of talk about the leadership lessons you learned from the 3 different ways I taught. Look, each way was the correct way of teaching you how to make the paper airplane. If you had followed instructions, the first way of me just telling you, those were the exact instructions. I didn't change anything. On number 2, those were the same instructions. And then number 3, so why did all 3 airplanes turn out differently? Let's start talking. Let's start talking leadership here. Somebody give me a principle out of this.
I'll go first. Well, while I think they look very attractive, they obviously did not work. So that stunk on the first 2. But you could totally tell that in relation of putting this back towards the business, it's all about showing, not just telling. So not only showing through what you're doing through your business, but helping them through step by step and not assuming that they understand what it is that you're saying. So a lot can get lost in translation. And if we're not showing them what to do or what they can possibly do with their business, then we're just assuming that they probably understand.
Very, very good. Well said. Jenna, you unmuted us here.
I was just going to say that we have to basically be leading by example with our own actions, because if they don't see us necessarily doing the things that we should be doing as leaders, then they're not going to also adopt those same habits. So that's kind of what I took away from this too.
Good. Meg, Rachel, any additional thoughts? Lil, as you listened in?
I think a lot of it too is trying to be creative in the way that understanding how people, their minds work different than what your mind works towards. So like, I know for myself, I'm super visual, and when you said those directions, I was like, I have no idea what you say because I can't comprehend that. So taking that back to our teams to help them understand, like, if you do say something, they might have no idea what you mean by that, and then how can you get creative as the leader and turn that into a visual, or then take that to a step further and do both visual and words at the same time.
Good. Meg, any additional thoughts?
I definitely agree with the leading by example and implementing. Implementation, I think, as a leader is so important because you can't be telling people to do something and not be doing it and expecting others to do it. And also, I think that we expect to lead, but also, and as I think our coaches, they want to be led. So they need to be given direction. And I think that's really an important component of leadership. So you have to create that environment of leadership also that makes it a safe place where your coaches don't feel like, they're just like out there with no idea what to do. Sometimes I think people get a little intimidated about setting goals and giving them, showing them what that end result can be because they're like, oh, I don't want to push my goals on people or whatever. But really, people want to be told what to do in a way. This is a business of freedom and flexibility, but we have to give them the steps to get where we got so they can duplicate it. And keeping it simple, I think, is also key. That was very simple, what you showed us. It was more complicated, and we all learned people learn in different ways too. So I think it's all about simplicity is key. If you can't duplicate what you're doing, then your team's not going to be able to do what you're doing. That's all.
Yep, really well said. Lil, you were paying attention to while driving. Any additional thoughts if you are with us? Maybe not. Okay, so let me ask you a few more questions. So the first two, I didn't show you the end result on purpose. I did not say, okay, guys, your job is to make this paper airplane. I just said, we're going to make a paper airplane. And then here's how to make one. I feel like sometimes we say that, and I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but the different leadership styles are, maybe we could say, hey, here's what success looks like. Here's what your goal is. I'm going to tell you everything you need to do, and you're going to follow instructions. You're going to do these exact same things. Not ever really getting to know the person on the other side. You just start marking instructions on how to be successful. Now, the instructions are sound. That's not the issue. The issue is not, man, those were some crappy instructions. Let me tell you, those written instructions, the ones I told you verbally, those are the best darn instructions I could come up with. Like, I sat there for a good 15 minutes going, okay, now I have to tell them to do this. How do I tell them? Like, I wrote that out as best I could. And not one person made the airplane as the finished product's supposed to look like. But you guys tried your best. You didn't know any different. Interesting concept. So when it comes to working with individuals, simply telling them what to do usually doesn't get the results you want. Okay, so I stepped it up a notch. I'm going to visually show you how to do this. And I threw up the instructions of how to make the paper airplane. And these, I didn't make those. I just typed in, so this airplane's called the Eagle. My kids love paper airplanes, and this is one of the ones in the book. So I looked up Eagle airplane instructions, paper airplane instructions, and that pulled up. So that's what I showed you. I did not write that. That was somebody else's, and it's supposed to work. And still not one person made the airplane correctly. So talk to me about this. Was it easier? Was round one or round two easier? And I wanted to hear. Did it work two? Maybe two or one? Jess, you're saying two. Why was two a little bit easier for you?
I have to see things. I think like Rachel said, I'm so visual. Like I can't comprehending for me is very difficult. So like the reason I can't do audiobooks, I have to see it. I have to be able to like go back if I want to and try again. So seeing it helps me.
Yeah. So what does step number 2 look like in Beachbody terms, according to you guys? What are some examples of, here's a visual of what I'm trying to show you or teach you? Do you have any thoughts?
Like, do you mean a document?
Sure. A
Like the
document.
bat?
Okay.
Or something, like giving someone the bat and saying here, and then not really, like that would be step 2, like giving them that resource, but not really explaining how to utilize it in their business.
Okay. I like that. Any other thoughts of what step 2 could be?
Or even like how to advance rank. Just showing them that darn picture of all the dots underneath people, and then them not really having any clue what that even means.
Yes. Right. Rachel, what were you going to, Lil, you were saying something.
No, I was just going to say inviting in scripts, because you tell people, invite people a day, and they look at you like, what? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Showing them an example, or I'll screenshot for them. This is exactly what I said. This is what they said. This is what I said. I would never be able to do that here the first time, but maybe I could do it like the third time.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. Interesting. That's very interesting, because you're right. I think a lot of times the cut and paste of here, just use this. Use this graphic. Use this PDF. Use this verbiage. Just go ahead and do it. And so they say, okay, I'm here. I'm just going to do it. They still don't learn. They may have replicated. It may have been easier, and maybe after some time they get used to it. But it's still not one person got what I wanted them to get. And I didn't know how this would go, because those are the correct instructions on how to make that airplane. Jenny, you said challenge group templates. Yep, that's exactly right. So okay. So even though these are right things, me telling you step number 1 didn't work. Me showing you didn't work. So step number 3, where, okay, I'm going to do this with you. We're going to do this together. And at any point you get confused, I want you to stop me so that I can explain a little bit more. And I went at the pace that worked for everyone. Okay, everybody, we're going to do this, and I'm going to do it with you. Okay, is there any questions up to this point? Okay, now watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to fold this here. Okay, now everybody do that. Okay, give me feedback. Are we on the same page? To the very last step. I verbally told you what to do while showing you at the exact same time. It was that's just how humans are. That's how humans work. Yeah, you can give me instructions, but I need to do it to understand it. But I want to go at the pace where I said, if I would have just said, okay, ready, set, go, and started folding the paper, okay, follow me. No, I promise that you guys would have been lost. I had to go step by step by step. And in the end, you made the airplane. You did it. You got where I was trying to take the team, because I took time to say, okay, here we go, step by step. This is what we do. Everybody do it together. So what could this look like in Beachbody terms?
I'll use the challenge group as an example again, because that's the challenge group side of things comes easier when it comes to this type of leadership. But instead of just giving them the template and saying, run your own group, here's the guide, just copy and paste these posts in here, I could have them collaborate with me and run the group with me, so that I'm showing them, hey, maybe Monday post about like a recipe or something, and then have them go out there and then ask me questions in the process. So they're actually doing it alongside me, they're not on their own yet, but it's a way where we can work together.
Yes, love that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Anybody else have a great example? Thank you, Jenna, for sharing that.
I hope you can hear me. We're driving, right, obviously.
Yep.
But so I've done a couple of different things with this concept. One I'll do if I have coaches that have new coaches that are interested but haven't yet committed. We'll jump on like 3-way calls or 3-way Zoom sessions, and we'll talk together to kind of, so they can hear me and so they can also kind of step in and feel more comfortable. So that's helped in a way. With like the coach aspect. And then the second part is when people are starting that invite process and they have no idea even how to begin, I will actually, it's very time consuming, but something I'll do because I want them to be successful and I want that first win for them, is I will literally walk them through a conversation. So I'll send them questions and help them through that entire process. And I forgot the third one.
But no, I love those up to that point. Guys, people aren't stupid. You guys aren't stupid. But I gave you instructions and you couldn't finish it. That doesn't mean you're stupid. There's this communication, there's this thing. So yeah, walking people through it, although it takes probably a little bit more time, Rachel, you're right. They'll catch on. They'll get it. But it's got to be that it's got to work for them. It's got to be at the pace that works for them. So that I promise, once you guys now have figured out how to make this airplane, I bet you can make the airplane again on your own. And now that I've taught you this, you guys are good. Now you can go teach somebody else how to make the paper airplane because you figured it out. You've practiced. That's just how leadership works. I've taught you how to become a leader. Now you can go teach somebody else how to be a leader. I don't have to worry about you anymore. And you notice the third time I showed you what the paper airplane should look like, so you knew what you were going for by the end. Okay, I know that it's supposed to look something like this by the end. It gives me something to shoot for. Okay, so that's the end of our little visual. I'm so glad you guys played along perfectly. You screwed up when you're supposed to screw it up, and you succeeded when you're supposed to succeed. I want you guys to maybe continue this on. I know some thoughts are running through your head, but maybe let's continue. You guys are so good on our group page of saying, well, maybe I'm going to try this. Maybe I want to try doing this instead from here until the end of the year or for my next challenge group when it comes to showing and telling people, walking through with them how to successfully accomplish what they want to, whatever their goal may be. And Megan, you said something. Remember, the last one was doing live. Each has been having the team exactly. Yep, there you go. Can you put your written instructions in the group page? Yes, that's a great idea. I will do that. I will put in the PDF. I'll put in my perfectly written instructions on how to make the paper airplane. But thanks so much for jumping on, guys. This has been so fun. I love this group. I love leadership. We can be better. And you guys participate so willingly and so well. Have an awesome Thanksgiving. Have a great holiday season, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks, guys.